Yo, what's up world? It's your boy Filochko here, and today I am really in a rush. I got a flight to catch. I have some important things to do, so I was not able to make a video for you today. But you know what? I have a really good friend, Miss Rowmaker, and she has a great video about have versus have got. Check it out.
Hi, my name is Antonia Rowmaker, and today you study English with me. But do not forget that on this channel you study Russian too. So you study two languages, or you can study just one on this channel. It's up to you. Anyway, today we have an English class, and we're going to continue talking about the difference between have and have got. We're going to very quickly repeat the information we have studied during our previous class, some basics, and then we'll get into more details, into more specific issues. Anyway, very quickly, have and have got. You can use these two when you talk about possessions, when you possess something. For instance, I have a pen right here. I have a pen, or I can say I have got a pen. The meaning is more or less the same. You possess it, you have it, I have it. So now, but there is, well, some difference in terms of grammar, in terms of some peculiarities, how you should use them in your speech. So, for example, when we create a question, there are two ways. There are two separate ways. For example, I can ask you, do you have a car? Do you have a car? In this case, I use the verb have, just have. Or I can ask you, have you got a car? The meaning will be the same. But here I use have got. Notice that in the first case, with have, we use a typical construction. We use an auxiliary verb, do, in present simple, and then use have. Do you have a car? But in the second case, with have got, we do not need any extra auxiliary verbs. We just put have, in this case it is an auxiliary verb, at the beginning of the sentence. And we have the question, have you got a car? Now let's talk about negative sentences. The logic is 100% the same. You say, in case you use the verb have, once again you are supposed to use an auxiliary verb which is used in this particular tense. For example, in present we use don't or doesn't. For instance, I can say that I don't have a car. Actually, I do, but we are just creating examples here. So, I don't have a car. Present simple, we use do plus not or does plus not. For instance, he doesn't have a car. Well, but if we use have got, in this case, once again, we do not need any extra auxiliary verbs. We say, I haven't got a car. So you put this negative particle after the auxiliary verb which already exists in the phrase have got. Have is an auxiliary verb here. And you say, I haven't got a car. Now I want to remind you that the phrase have got is used only in present when you talk about possessions. So you cannot say I had got a car, like I had a car. No, it won't be correct. Have got in this case, when we talk about possessing things, is used only in present. It looks like the perfect form of the verb get. It can be actually, but in this case, when we talk about having something, it's used only in present. Be careful, okay? Now, a couple of more examples. I'm going to ask you a question, and your job is to answer using a positive sentence or a negative sentence and use both constructions. For example, do you have an opossum? Have you got an opossum? Now you can say yes. In the first case, when I ask you, do you have an opossum? You say, yes, I do. Or, no, I don't. So we use an auxiliary verb used in the question. We take the auxiliary verb used in the question and put into our short answer. So, do you have an opossum? Yes, I do. Do you have an opossum? No, I don't. The second question will be, have you got an opossum? Once again, you repeat the auxiliary verb used in the question. Have you got? So have. You say, have you got an opossum? Yes, I have. Have you got an opossum? No, I haven't. In this case, once again, if you use the phrase have got, you use it only in present. But you can use the verb have simply in any tense you like. For example, once again, the question, have you got an opossum? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. That's it. But if you use have, do you have an opossum? You can say, I had an opossum, but I decided to set it free last year. So I do not have an opossum right now. I have got no opossum whatsoever. But to use have in this case when you will put this construction into past perfect tense. I had, not I had got. No, simply use have in this case. I had, past perfect. I had an opossum. So have can be used in any tense you like. Have got, only present. Once again, remember that. Moving on. Both have and have got can be used as a modal verb, actually as an equivalent of a modal verb. Have to, when you use an infinitive after it with particle to. For example, every morning I have to wake up at 7 o'clock. I have to wake up. In this case, you just use have. Or you can say, every morning I have got to wake up at 7 o'clock. An interesting thing here, you can abbreviate this whole long phrase, I have got to do something, and say I gotta. This is a very common abbreviation in English. So you can say I gotta wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. Or you can say I gotta go. I have got to go. So the phrase have got is used as an equivalent of a modal verb here. So I have no choice. I have to. I have got to. Have no other choice. And I just simply must. Well, we have already talked about modal verbs, must and equivalents of modal verbs, have to, should, all this group. Well, if you do not remember for sure what's the difference and how they are used and when they are used, then take a look at my other video connected with modal verbs. You will find all the necessary information there. But today we focus only on have and have got, the difference between them. Every morning I gotta drag myself out of the bed to get ready for work. I'm a night owl. I love sleep. What about you? What time do you have to get up every morning? What time have you got to get up every morning? So, have can be used in all tenses. I will have to work very hard if I want to achieve my goals. I'm a very ambitious person. Or you can say, I had to work all day yesterday so that I could prepare this video for being uploaded, for being posted today. I had to. Be careful. Have, all tenses. Have got, only present. In the meaning of possession and in the meaning of a modal verb, like here. So, in addition, have is used for in a lot of set expressions when we deal with actions and experiences. I will give you the list of all these phrases. Try to memorize them. Try to create your own examples so that you could remember them better. Anyway, be active, be proactive. Try to practice as much as you can. So the phrases are like to have dinner, to have breakfast, to have a baby, and so on. So in most set expressions, you are supposed to use to have. Take a look at the list, practice. But that's basically it for today. I will show you the list at the end of this class so that you could take a good look at it. But that's it. Hope that you enjoyed this video lesson. You learned some new stuff, and now it is clearer when you are supposed to use have and when you're supposed to use have got, and how you use them, what's the difference. So use them wisely, speak English correctly, and hope to see you soon. Happy English and Russian practice. Like this video, give me your heart, because I have given you mine already. I love you guys. So see you later. Bye bye.